What's going on, everyone? Luke, the Toxic Nintendo fanboy here. Hope you're all having a great day. And today is going to be a different type of video because this is not going to be a review or discussion, which are usually the videos that I make on this channel. This is going to be a different video. This is a message for Red Barrels, better known as the people who make Outlast and Outlast 2. Outlast is an amazing horror game. I have a review for it on my channel. Go check it out if you want. But I love Outlast and I love Red Barrels. And as you guys know, or may not know if you've been living under a rock, Outlast Trials is coming out. Now, this is not Outlast 3 or a sequel to Outlast 2. This is basically like a spin-off game set in the Outlast universe. Now, Outlast 3 has been confirmed by Red Barrels, or at least I think it has, but I'm pretty sure it has. If you go on one of their forums, they say how Outlast 3 will be coming soon. But Outlast Trials is just something a little different that the team is going to be making. Now, in this video, I know that I would usually be making this video around the time the Outlast 3 official trailer will be out, but to be honest, I am excited for Outlast Trials. I am excited to see what Red Barrels has up their sleeve for this game. And in this video, this is basically a message that I'm going to be making. A message that I really, really hope Red Barrel sees, or at least a worker over there. And that worker can maybe tell the others, hey, this fan on YouTube has a great idea for us. Um, so in this video, I'm going to be explaining everything that I want Red Barrels to do for Outlast Trials. And number one is the atmosphere. Now, the Outlast 2 atmosphere, personally, I feel it is very, very different from the one in Outlast 1, and I found that very disappointing the first time I played Outlast 2. And the reason for that is because the atmosphere in Outlast 1 was unlike anything other I have ever seen in a horror game. And I mean that in a good way. I loved the atmosphere in Outlast 1. And I really, really hope Red Barrels could do something similar for Outlast Trials. I know that Outlast Trials is a different game, a very different game from the first one, and we're actually going to get into that in a little bit, but I really, really want Red Barrels to have like a very similar atmosphere to Outlast 1 in Outlast Trials. If that's something that they could nail, I would really, really be happy about that. Now, the second thing is I want Outlast Trials to be similar to Outlast 1. And the reason for that is because Outlast 2 felt a little too different in my personal opinion. I mean, because the first Outlast was so unique. I mean, set inside of an asylum with all these crazy people who just wanted to kill you and all that stuff. I mean, it was great. And I really want Outlast Trials to have the exact same thing. Or not the exact, but at least somewhat similar. I don't know where the game is going to be set. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like a hospital or if it's gonna be set inside of an asylum. Then we're already off on a good start. Now, if they could just capture what Outlast One showed with the enemies and the inmates and all that, the insanity of it, if they could capture that and put it in Outlast Trials, that would be very, very appreciated. Now, third thing is I understand that Outlast Trials is gonna have this co-op thing, and I guess I don't have a problem with it, although it does kind of defeat the purpose of the survival horror that Outlast 1 and even Outlast 2 was showing. I mean, you basically being on your own, no one's coming to save you, and you're basically on your own, and that's it. You're probably gonna die and stuff like that, and that sense of hopelessness. And if you have another player with you, or other players with you, because the game is supposed to support up to 4 players, that kind of defeats the purpose of what the first game and the second game were showing. The game is going to have a solo mode, so that's good. But I really don't know where Red Barrels is going with this co-op thing. I mean, I'm not asking them to remove it. It's already been confirmed, and I know that they've already worked it out, but I don't know. But just try not to let the co-op get in the way of what the first game was showing. Like if the game is gonna have a co-op mode, like don't make the other players be together. Like if I'm playing and there's like 3 other players next to me, like don't put us in the same room together and don't let us be doing objectives together. Like we're supposed to be separated, and I feel like that's something that they're already gonna do. So good on that. But just like even though the game will have co-op, like just like don't let that get in the way of the scares because like let's be honest, if you have other players with you, then you're not gonna get very scared of the game, and the game is probably gonna have some really good scares. I hope so. I hope so. So like I feel like if the game had co-op or if the game had other players right next to you, that would probably defeat the purpose of it being a horror game. So Red Barrels, make sure that there are some really good scenes in the game where we're separated, so that way we could actually get scared again inside the game. Now, the last thing that I want is a very good story for Outlast Trials. If the game could actually have a decent story, it doesn't have to be a story beyond or like an amazing 10 out of 10 story, but at least make it decent because the story in Outlast 2 was somewhat confusing, at least for me. So, if you guys could make something better for Outlast Trials and actually give it a good story or at least a decent one with, and if you're gonna have plot twists, make sure it has good plot twists as well. So, if you guys could do that, I would be very happy. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. This was my video, which was a message to Red Barrels. I hope they see it. And yeah, let me know what you guys want for Outlast Trials if you're excited for this game as well. Oh, I also forgot, definitely have the game on Switch. Obviously, definitely have the game on Nintendo Switch. They had the first two games on Switch, so I hope they could get the third game on Switch. So, yeah, I mean, I'll buy a fucking PS5 if I have to. I know I'm supposed to be a Nintendo fanboy, but I'll buy a fucking PS5 if it's only on that console. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. This is Luke, the Toxic Nintendo Fanboy, signing off. Bye, guys.